Hi, welcome back to yoga. Today is Wednesday, so we'll give a few moments. I might be running about a minute late. I was trying to adapt to my new microphone, so we'll hopefully have that new microphone on Friday. All right, let's give everybody a few minutes to arrive here on this channel. Today, Wednesday, 2 to 3. Friday, we'll see you at 1 p.m. And Monday, we'll see you at 2 p.m. again. We got a few more minutes. So we have a few minutes. Let's go ahead and dive right into our yoga trivia. Yoga trivia for today is the 8 branches of yoga. So amongst the 8 branches of yoga, we usually in the Western United States only know 1 and sometimes 2 of those. Or when we think of the word yoga, we think of maybe just the exercise of the yoga. So here we go. 1 is Yama, 2 Niyama, 3 Asana, 4 Pranayama, 5 Pratayahara, 6 Dharana, 7 Dhyana, and 8 Samadhi. So out of those, maybe you recognize 1 or 2, although it is in Sanskrit, so maybe you don't recognize any of them. Hi, Marianne. Nice to see you. And Sherry, nice to see you today. All right, so the question was, which one of those do we usually think of when we think of the word yoga? Hi, John. Thank you for coming today. So at the end of class, I'll give the answer on which one we use which one we use most, which one we think of when we think of yoga, and I'll do a little explanation on the other 8 limbs or branches of yoga. So thank you for watching, and we'll get started right now. That took up our 5 minutes with that yoga trivia, and I'll answer it at the end of class. Okay, let's find our seat. Make sure it's comfortable, it's secure. Take a moment. We want to pull ourselves away from the back part of the chair so that we're not resting and relaxing. We want to use our postural muscles moving inward towards our core into alignment, and then lifting up all the way through the crown of our head. So let's also find, as we come a little bit away from the back of the chair, that our glutes are grounded. So our glute bones, we already felt them a little bit last week, where we stick our hands right under our glutes, and you'll notice there's a bony structure right there, right at your fingertips, that when you rock or move into a cat-like pose, they kind of disappear. And as we sit lengthening, sitting upright, we can feel those bones right underneath our hands. So let's go ahead and untuck there. Let's inhale, lengthen all the way up overhead. Nice deep breath. We're going to start bringing that breath in and out of the nose. So let's bring palms together, heart center. Finding alignment here. Finding our feet hip-width distance apart. Our legs, our knees are aligning with our hips. Our knees align with our ankles, and our toes point straight forward. We're sitting nice and tall. We're starting to check in with our breath here. So let's check in with our breath high. So let's go ahead and close the eyes. Inhale through the nose. Feel the expansion of the chest and shoulders. And as we exhale, feel the drawing in back towards the midline or core. Again, feeling the chest expand here. And exhale through the nose. Nice deep breaths. Let's go ahead and bring it down to the abs. So right below the chest, right above the belly button, we're going to try and feel that expansion as it moves out, and maybe even on the sides here. You can put hands on the sides, feeling the expansion as we inhale. Allow the rib cage to expand, allow the abs to expand, and as we exhale, we're going inward again. Again, inhale to the midsection. And exhale, squeezing inward. Think of all the muscles contracting towards our navel. And now we're going to move it all the way down into the pelvis. So we want to take that breath, expand through the chest, through the abs, and all the way down into the pelvis area. Let's go ahead and inhale. And exhale. Let's inhale again. And exhale. And as we inhale and exhale, we're starting to bring the tongue to the roof of the mouth, the tip of the tongue right behind the front teeth as we make that full energy connection. And exhale. Okay, so we felt how it was to breathe into the pelvis, expand, breathe into the abs, expand, and even into the chest and shoulders. We're going to use our 3-part breath today. So how we're going to do that is imagine a pitcher of water. As it comes in, it fills in first the pelvis, the low part of the body. We're going to start expanding with the inhale in the pelvis. Continue to expand in the midsection here, ribs coming out to the side a little bit. Then expand into the heart, the chest, and even the shoulders. And as we exhale, it's like pouring the water out. So we're going to exhale from the top, moving all the way down, exhaling, drawing into the midline, and exhaling, drawing in. We're keeping length in the back. Let's go ahead and move into this breath again. Inhale to the pelvis, expanding, midsection, heart, chest, shoulders. Exhale, release from the shoulders all the way down slowly. Nice deep breath. We're going to do this 2 more times. Let's inhale to the pelvis. Continuing moving upward with this inhale, feeling the expansion. And let's exhale, start to move back inward to the midline, aligning our spine, drawing in with our abs. And let's do it again. Let's inhale. All the way up. And exhale, releasing all the way down. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Connecting with the breath. So here we are in line with our body, our breath, bringing peace of mind in now. We're going to take a few moments and we're just going to hum. So today it's throat chakra, but we're just doing a light humming. So we'll feel it maybe in the sinuses, in the head. So let's sit tall, get grounded here with the feet. Inhale to a hum. Hum. Let's inhale to hum again. Hum. That may even itch the nose a little. Maybe the lips are feeling it. Last one. Let's inhale to hum. Hum. Take a moment, you can shut the eyes here and just feel that vibration. Notice the difference maybe in our sinuses, our face muscles. Maybe we feel that vibration in different places. Hopefully we also felt it maybe in the throat and possibly even the heart. Just a light, gentle vibration coming from within our body that we created. And just take a nice few deep breaths here. Let's go ahead and release the arms all the way down to the side. Let's inhale, bring the arms up, stretching up. And as we stretch up, we're starting to maybe feel our rib cage start to flare out, but let's tuck it in. So as we start to tighten our postural muscles, we're pressing down with the feet. We're lengthening through the arms. We're going to take a moment and soften one elbow, lengthen the other arm. And we're moving back and forth so you feel a stretch all the way through the side body. Maybe even taking a nice deep inhale as we stretch and lengthen up, and as we exhale, switching. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, switch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Let's go ahead and soften all the way down to the shoulders. And here we're going to do swimming. So we're moving at the waist. We're already starting to move through the torso. Our hips, our knees, our legs are firmly planted. So we're just moving and twisting at the waist, at the shoulders. And we're trying to make big circles here with the elbows and shoulders. Remembering the breath. So letting it breathe in and out of the nose. And let's move the opposite direction. So now we're moving back. Still staying focused with our breath. It might slow our roll a little. This is good. Slow, concentrated rolling here. Nice deep breath as we are aware of the breath. And let's go ahead and find center and just release the arms all the way down. My palms are facing out today. Let's inhale and lengthen up. And exhale, straight forward, lengthening from the shoulders out to the fingertips. Let's inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, all the way back to shoulder length. Inhale. And this time, exhale, palms face up, out to the side, lengthened arms. Let's inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, my palms are still facing up as I lengthen through the arms, through the fingertips. Inhale. And this time I'm going to exhale. My palms are going to face down. I'm going to bring it back out to that T. Firmly plant my feet, my glutes tucked in my abs. My palm that faces up, I'm going to lengthen to that side. Inhaling. And then I'm going to exhale and flip that palm down. Now the other side, I'm going to lengthen palm up, lengthen to that side. And let's exhale, palm down. Flipping the palm, same side we go to. Inhale, reach. Exhale, center. Inhale, flip the palm up to the other side. And exhale, center. One last time, inhale. I know arms are getting tired. Let's exhale, center. Inhale, really reach. Exhale to center. Let's release the arms. Bring the hands right on top of the knees. And for added, we can always add a block or ball 2 inches above the knees. This just adds a little bit of the inner thighs and the lower pelvic work that we like to do. Hands on knees, we're going to move into cat-cow and continue with the spine. So let's take a nice deep inhale here. Feel the length, squeeze those inner thighs, hang on to the knees. Let's exhale into cat. So remember, navel to spine, around, all the way through from hips, pelvis, all the way through the head, chin into chest. Let's go ahead and inhale. Option to sit straight up, bring the arms back, elbows back, lift through the heart, squeeze those shoulder blades towards our midline as we look up. If it's not possible for you to look up, you can look forward and still get that nice stretch. Let's go ahead and move it back into cat pose. Exhaling cat, compress those abs. We're squeezing those abs in towards our spine, towards the belly button. And this time, another option, we're just going to hinge forward for our cow. Shoulders still roll back. We squeeze those elbows and shoulders back and down as we lift our gaze maybe. Definitely opening through the heart here. And let's exhale back into our cat. Compressing navel to spine. Keep those abs tucked in. Let's go ahead and inhale again into our cow. Whichever option is good for you, you're welcome to either option. Let's exhale back into our cat. Inhale, coming into cow. Exhale, let's move into cat. Inhale, moving into cow. And exhale, cat. Let's go ahead and lengthen, sitting straight up. Keep those inner thighs tightened. If we're using that option to connect with the inner thighs and the pelvic floor, we're lifting up now through the torso, the hands, And those soles of the feet are firmly planted along with our glutes. Let's go ahead and lateral flexion to one side, both arms. So it may not be huge lateral flexion, but we're using that ab work here. Exhale. We're going to move to the other side. Keep the navel tucked in, lengthen through. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And if this doesn't work for you, inhale. Remember, you could always do hands on the shoulders. And even if that doesn't work for you, as we do our lateral flexion, you can use one hand down or on the hip and just use the other hand overhead. So whichever one suits you for your arms, where your body is at today, you're welcome to it. Let's go ahead and inhale and lengthen all the way up and over again. Palms together, exhale, hands to heart. Let's interlace our fingers. Inhale, lengthen arms out, roll those shoulders back and down. And let's go ahead and take another inhale. Squeeze the shoulders up to the ears really tight. And exhale, relax those shoulders, even roll them back a little bit. Let's inhale and lengthen the arms overhead. And exhale, bring it forward and all the way down to the lap for a moment. Keeping the hands interlaced. Let's inhale, lengthen back up. Feeling a stretch and expansion. Exhale, contract the navel, draw the arms down. Inhale, let's lengthen back up. And exhale, release. Last one, let's inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, open those arms, releasing arms all the way down. All right, let's remove that extra added strength there. Take a break from those inner thighs for a moment. Let's grab a hold of the bottom back of the chair, roll those shoulders back, lengthen through the spine as we just lengthen one leg out at a time. So inhale, just lengthen, stretch the toes up towards the ceiling, and exhale, release that back down. Let's inhale, lengthen the opposite leg. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Nice deep breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's go ahead and bring the hands back. Heel toes, we're going to open up and maybe even scoot back depending on where you're at. Every chair is different, so it may not be exactly in the same position I'm in. Just make sure you're comfortable and safe in your chair as we open through the legs. Knee aligns with our ankles, our toes align with our knees. We're going to sit nice and tall here. Now let's go ahead and grab, if you would like. It's not absolutely necessary, but you can grab a plate. Bring one hand to the leg. The plate, we're going to reach out, and it's a diagonal reach. So let's go ahead and reach out that plate. Remember, if you don't have a plate, that's okay. Just reach out your arm as if you're grabbing something. Let's exhale and bring it back. We're going to switch sides. Inhale, we're giving or reaching for something. And let's exhale, bring it back. Switching hands. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Really reaching every time so we can feel it all the way from the hips, even our back here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bringing it back. Last one, let's inhale and reach. And exhale. Releasing. We're going to go ahead and release that plate. Let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath here. We're going to exhale through center, so hinge at the hips. Let the elbows and arms help you if you need help. Let's keep the back flat. Roll those shoulders back. Lengthen through. And then start to lengthen back up. Inhaling. And this time we're going to take heart center. Exhale to one knee. Let's inhale back to center. And exhale to the opposite knee. Inhale. Moving with the breath, let's move it back to center. Let's exhale through center. And this time, while we have hands on knees, we're going to use arm strength. Let's start to tuck the abs in, round through the spine like we would cat, and slowly even press through the palms of the hands so our back doesn't take all the weight. And we're just going to roll it all the way back up to center. Roll those shoulders back. Take a nice deep inhale here. And we're going to exhale again, heart center to the leg. Inhale, center. Exhale to the opposite knee. Inhale, center. And let's exhale, release the shoulders. So warming up, hopefully you felt that in the mid to low back. We're going to bring a little more side work as we come into our side extension. So let's bring our palm face up, let the elbow forearm rest. Let's roll those shoulders back. And we're going to bring that arm behind us today. So we're still opening through the shoulders by bringing that arm back. And the option here is lengthening, looking up, looking straight forward, or looking down. If you notice that we're still aligning with the spine, with the neck, no matter which way we look, whether we're looking up, down, or straight forward. And those of us who want to move that arm all the way up, it's welcome to move all the way up and over here, stretching. Let's bring in another breath and hopefully not collapsing forward down. So let's keep it open, opening the heart and shoulders as we reach over. And let's press through that forearm and elbow to help us back up as we start to bring the other arm up, stretching, lengthening. And as we exhale, let's do palms forward and just come right into our goddess pose here. Relax the shoulders. Let the shoulders roll back and down. The heart lifts. Those abs tuck in. We feel grounded in the feet. We're pressing now into the feet, activating those inner thighs, pelvic floor, and even all the way through the abs, the core. We're tucking in towards the spine and lifting all the way up through the crown, finding that breath, that peace. So let's connect again to the breath. And start to relax the arms. We're coming to the other side, palm up, forearm down, shoulders align. Remember, they start to stack. Then we're bringing that arm back behind us, reaching for that opposite hip. And again, our choice is looking up, bringing head straight forward, or looking down, just as long as we keep that neck aligned, whichever is most comfortable for you as we open up through our side body. And let's come back to focus on the breath here. If you're ready, you can start to lengthen that arm up and over, stretching over to that side without compromising the body posture by leaning or looking forward. We want to keep that open. Nice openness through the heart, through the chest, the shoulders, and lengthen through the side. Let's go ahead and exhale. We're going to press into that forearm down and let us help us lift us back up as we inhale and reach up and over. Let's exhale, palms forward, moonflower. Elbows come all the way down to the rib cage. Shoulders roll back. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, sunflower. Nice big circle makes the sunflower. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, moonflower, all the way down to the ribs. Palms face forward. Feel that chest open here. Feel the shoulder blades squeezing back. Abs are tucking in. Let's inhale, lengthen up. Option this time with sunflower, option to hinge forward if it feels good to you with a nice flat back. Still making that complete circle as we inhale and lengthen up. Exhale, moonflower. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, sunflower. Option to stay lengthened all the way up through the torso. Inhale. Exhale, moonflower. And we have the last one coming. Inhale, lengthen up. And option to hinge forward again with your sunflower. Remember that back stays lengthened. Sweeping forward down, still connecting. Lifting all the way back up. And exhale. Let's move back into Moonflower for a moment as we have our elbows into the ribcage. Then instead of palms forward, let's rotate palms out and up. We still have fingers spread wide here. This is a version of our flower pose as we try to draw those elbows in and then try to connect with elbow to wrist to palms. Palms are facing upward. And let's exhale while the elbows are into the sides. Let's exhale and bring those palms forward. So hopefully we have that alignment between elbows and wrist. Our level, horizontal. As we inhale, we bring them out to the side. Elbows stay into the ribcage. Exhale. Go ahead and cross the hands here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And let's exhale, bring it all the way down. Palms on the knees. Inhale, lengthen through the torso. Exhale, hinge forward, let the heart lead, flatten through the back. Now, if this feels good to you and you want a little more support, let's bring a brick or block right down, and maybe we bring it up because maybe we don't go down that far. We could bring our hands there and just try to lengthen through the back and maybe soften the elbows and find out how far can we bring it down between the legs. Can we bring ourselves a little bit lower? Let's have a few breaths here. So let's make sure that we have a flat back and that we're breathing wherever we're at. And let's start to bring the hands back to the knees. So maybe we didn't have a brick, maybe we had hands on the knees here. It's up to you. Just remember, let's see how far we can go. Then let's inhale and bring it all the way back up, nice and slow, taking our time. Maybe we felt a little bit of a head rush if our head got far enough down. Here, we're going to hang on to the back of the chair again. And let's outstretch those legs in our straddle position. I'm pointing my toes. Then let's dorsiflex the toes. Let's point our toes away. And as we inhale, point the toes up. Exhale, point the toes away. Plantar flexion, dorsiflexion as we draw the toes up towards the ceiling. And exhale again, plantar flexion, toes point. And as the toes are pointed, let's start to take it into hip width distance apart. Using those leg muscles, we're hip width distance apart here. Let's bring those toes back up for dorsiflexion. You can still hang on to the back bottom of the chair, still lengthening through the spine. Let's point the toes again. Let's inhale, lengthen those toes up, and let's start to bring it to shoulder width distance apart so we have room to rotate through the feet. So here we're still lengthening and using those leg muscles as much as we can as we rotate through the ankles, through the feet. And let's move the opposite direction. So now we're rotating the opposite direction. And let's bring our soles of our feet back down. Let's come slightly forward again if we manage to get further back in our chair. Sitting nice and tall. And we have option, it looks like I didn't bring it today, so option to have a rope or towel to hang on to. We're going to bring the knees up to our chest. So if you don't have a rope or towel, you could also use interlaced fingers. It's nice to have a towel or that rope to help keep length in the spine as we reach for our knee. Let's go ahead and exhale and start to bring the knee towards ourselves, towards the body. Squeeze in as much as we can as we lengthen still nice and tall. Those shoulders roll back. We're going to look at the knee, take another deep breath. And let's go ahead and exhale. We're going to release that all the way down. We're going to move to the opposite knee. So ground this leg. Let's take it to the other leg. Bring the knee towards the chest as we exhale. Lengthen tall. Let the shoulders roll back. Looking at our knee. Another deep breath here. And let's release that. Coming back to the other side. Interlace those fingers or grab that towel or rope to help you draw the knee to the chest. And this time, We're going to take a nice deep breath, lengthen through the spine, and exhale. Start to release the forehead towards the knee. Tuck in the abs. Start to feel the stretch all the way through the back. And then let's inhale, lengthen all the way back up. Release that knee as we move to the other side, stabilizing that leg. Interlace those fingers or grab that rope. Draw to the heart here. Roll those shoulders back, lengthen tall on that inhale. And as we exhale, start to tuck those abs in. Bring forehead as close as you can to the knee. And let's start to lengthen it back up. Releasing that. So as we are here, let's find that hip width distance apart, rounded feet. And in fact, to add a little bit more exercise, bring in that ball or block. So block or ball, doesn't matter. A couple inches above the knee or an inch or two. Let's lift up those heels up off the ground so we're contracting our calf muscles. Then let's release down. Try and keep a length in the back. We're still using our posture muscles. Let's just lift the toes here. Practice our breath. Exhale, release the toes. Let's inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, release the heels. Let's go ahead and ground those heels. Inhale, lift the toes and the balls of the feet. We're lifting as high as we can with the feet, minus the heels are still grounded. Let's go ahead and press back down. We're going to inhale, lift the heels. And exhale, release. Inhale, lift the feet, using the heels, rounding. And exhale, press the feet into the ground. Let's inhale and lift the heels again. And let's exhale, release. From there, let's go ahead and release that blocker ball again. We're going to grab a hold of either a rope, a towel, or just grab a hold of the leg, maybe with one hand. We're going to rotate. Let it come out to the side. Moving slowly, then allow it to bring it back into center. Let's lift the knee towards the chest and then bring it out to the side. The other leg is stable. We're going to slowly release that, bring it back to center, lift towards the chest, out to the side, and then bring it all the way back to center. And now from center, we're going to move out to the side, lift up with the knee, and draw back to center. And then release, we'll bring it out to the side, nice and slow. Draw that knee up, bring it all the way back into center. We have one more time, one more rotation. Out, draw up, bring it back into the midline, and release. We're going to move to the other side. So let's go ahead and stabilize this other leg. Bring the knee up towards the chest, out to the side, and slowly back down as we rotate back into center. Lift up, bring it out to the side. Remember to follow your breath. Release, bring it forward, down, center. Exhale as we lift up. Inhale as we start to reach it out to the side and bring it back. Exhale, out to the side. Releasing forward, down. We're going to move opposite direction. Let's bring it out to the side. Lift up. Bring it back to the midline as we exhale. Bring it down. Inhale out. Exhale, lift up. Bring it back to the midline. We have one more. Inhale out. Exhale, lift up. And back to the midline. Release. All right, let's grab a hold of the back bottom of the chair, roll those shoulders back, stretch those legs forward again, stretch through the heels, and then let's point the toes again, up, back up through the toes, toes pointing up, and let's exhale, release. We're going to inhale, bring opposite leg to opposite arm like we're doing our spinal balance. So one leg lengthens, the opposite arm lengthens. Stretch up through the body. Let's exhale and release that. We're going to move to the other side. So the opposite leg lengthens. The other hand and arm stretches up. And let's exhale and release that. Inhale, stretch it out and up. Exhale, release. Inhale, stretch out and up. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, releasing. Inhale. Exhale, release. Let's go ahead and bring our arms out to the side. Stabilize. So once again, I'm going to stabilize here with my legs, soles of the feet planted. I'm squeezing those inner thighs. I'm lengthening all the way through. I'm going to bring my arms out to the side, touch my shoulders, and twist, opening up, using all the muscles in my waist to twist and open to the side. Then I'm going to inhale forward. And I'm going to exhale and twist the opposite direction. Using all our core muscles. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhaling, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale. And let's exhale, release those arms. We're going to add to this, still squeezing those inner thighs. Let's inhale, lengthen one leg up, lengthen the arms up. Exhale, twist to the direction that the leg is lengthened. Inhale, let's bring it back up. Exhale, release. So this is adding a little more extra exercise for those of us who want that extra support. Let's go ahead and inhale, lengthen up. Keep those inner thighs squeezed. Exhale, let's twist open to the side of the lengthened leg. Inhale. Exhale. Let's go with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Nice deep breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Let's inhale, lengthen up. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Whew, all the way down. Let's go ahead and give the inner thighs a little bit of a break. Setting that aside. We're going to sit a little bit further back. We want to do a little bit of stretching, especially for those who have any kind of sciatica or that nerve pain that comes down the leg. This will be a good one for that nerve pain. So what we're going to do is bring the ankle right above the knee. And that side, remember, hip lines up with knee, knee lines up with ankle, toes point forward. We could grab a hold of this knee, we grab a hold of the ankle, and remember, we can always use a belt. We are going to bring knee to chest again. So try to sit tall and lengthen. Either hands can use this. Remember, a belt or towel can also work out for us. And let's exhale and bring it close as we can to the body. Let's inhale and start to release that. Keep tall here. Lengthen in alignment. Exhale, knee towards the chest or torso. Let's inhale. Exhale. We have 2 more times. Let's inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now as we release that, we can keep that hand protecting the knee, and let's move to the foot. So my hand is on the ball of the foot as I rotate through the foot. So before we just rotated through the feet using our leg muscles, and now we're letting the foot relax as our hand and arm rotate through the foot. Let's go ahead and rotate the opposite direction. Coming back to the breath. So if we've lost focus of the breath, that's the most important thing in this class, is our breath. Let's dorsiflex those toes, so toes towards the shins. We could use arm and hand to help us. And let's go ahead and stretch from the knee all the way to the toes. You'll probably feel this also on the knee here. And again, let's move it back to dorsiflexion. And let's move it back into plantar flexion. Nice deep breath, sit tall. And let's go ahead and move back to dorsiflexion. Let's try to keep it at dorsiflexion, whether we hang on to the foot or the ankle. Let's sit nice and tall. Roll the shoulders back. Take an expanding breath here. We're going to hinge at the hips, keep the back flat, and draw the heart forward. So once the heart is forward, you can readjust the hands. Let's inhale and expand. And exhale. Relax the heart forward. Inhale. We have 5 deep breaths here, just practicing our breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, let's inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, we're just going to lengthen back up. And let's exhale and slowly release that leg all the way down. All right, stabilize this leg. Remember, hip, knee, knee, ankle, toe points forward. Grab a hold of the other leg, the other ankle. Try to bring it right above our knee. Sit nice and tall here. And here you can grab a belt, a towel. Your hands will work. Interlace or not, doesn't matter. Let's exhale and draw the knee towards the torso. And let's inhale and release as we expand. Exhale again, contract and draw knee towards the torso. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And let's exhale. We're going to release that. Let's find our foot with our hand. And we're going to rotate manually through that ankle. Nice and slow. Paying attention to the breath as we do this. So staying focused here. Our mind stays focused on our breath as we move through the body. And let's move the opposite direction. All right, after we're done rotating, let's come back into dorsiflexion. Toes towards the shins, hand helps. And let's go ahead and lengthen now. Toes point to plantar flexion. Let's even roll those shoulders back. Lift tall through the torso. Stretching here. And let's move it back into dorsiflexion. Still breathing, still staying focused on our breath. Pointing the toes back into plantar flexion, extending through the spine, finding alignment. And let's go ahead and come back into dorsiflexion. Let's keep it here in dorsiflexion as much as we can. You can grab the ankle, you can grab the foot, whatever is comfortable for you. Stabilize in the leg. Roll those shoulders back. Let's lengthen through the spine as we exhale, hinge at the hips. Draw the heart forward. Keep a nice flat back. You can readjust the arms here. We're coming into 5 deep breaths. So let's expand on the inhale. And exhale, we release the heart forward. We relax the body more. Let's inhale again, expanding. And exhale, releasing. Inhale again, expanding. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, expand. Exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale. All right, from there we're going to inhale and gently come back up, nice and slow. And exhale. Let's release. From there, we do want to move into a little bit of spinal balance. So let's go ahead and press the soles of the feet down, press the palms into the knees, hinge the hips, draw the heart forward, and then let's press all the way up out of the chair, nice and slow. And let's take a moment, stop right here, right where you're at. You're not quite all the way out, but you're comfortably off the chair. Our knees are bent. We're gonna look down, look at those toes. Knees aren't going past the toes. We can still see our toes. Hands can remain on the quads. Let's roll the shoulders back. We have a nice flat back here. We're holding one more breath. And let's exhale and start to reach it all the way up nice and slow. Let's bring it all the way up and over. And release, palms together, heart center. As we come to heart center, let's move to one side of the chair. So here I've decided actually we're going to do tree pose. It's one of my favorite balancing poses. That chair could be a pretty good distance away from you. You do want some balance just in case. You could always use a wall. So if you have a wall on either side of you, you can use a hand on the wall. That also works. So here we have hip width distance apart, soften the knees, and let's just bring one heel into the arch. The knee points that same direction as those toes. Both knees are soft. Let's go ahead and just find palms facing up for a moment, relaxing right here in the sacral chakra as we roll the shoulders back. And let's find that gazing point that helps us balance while both feet are on the ground here. You can connect thumbs if you would like to. And another good option is to connect the tongue to the roof of the mouth as you find a gazing point. Now focus on the breath. As we focus on the breath and the gazing point, start to lift the heel. Let's go ahead and bring the heel back down. Let's bring hands to heart now. Let's lift the heel again, just lifting that heel. And bring it back down. Let's bring arms up all the way overhead, keeping palms together, elbows bent. Let's lift that heel again. Remember, the option is to also have a hand on the chair. And let's release that heel all the way back down. Let's bring it all our hands back down and palms facing up, thumbs connect. Take a nice deep breath. Let's see if we can bring the heel right above the ankle. So now my heel rests right above the ankle. My toes are on the ground. The ball of the foot is on the ground. Let's see if we can balance here. And now taking it to heart center. Can we balance here? And now taking it all the way overhead. Palms still stay together, elbows out to the side, opening through the heart. Can we balance here? And if not, we can always keep those arms open. One down, maybe one at heart, or up, or down as we go through, and allow one hand to be on the chair if you need it. Let's go ahead and release that. We're going to release all the way. So coming back into hip width distance apart, let's inhale, lengthen up and over. And exhale, we're going to hinge at the hips. Keep those knees soft, so tight core, hinge at the hips, flatten through the back. Now as we flatten through the back, my knees are still soft, my abs are tucked in. I'm going to reach back for our airplane pose that we usually do in the chair. So stretch those arms back, lift up towards the ceiling, palms face the ground, and fingertips are stretching towards that back wall. My knees are still soft and my core is tight. Let's go ahead and release. We're just going to simply hinge all the way back up. Now if you need to use the other side, just move your chair or walk to the other side. Like I said, you could also use a wall. So here we want enough distance that we can still grab a hold of the chair for comfort. Let's keep our hip width distance apart. And once again, we're going to start off with heel just coming in. So both feet are grounded. This one, the knee and toes point off that direction. And my other stabilizing one still points forward. Both knees are staying soft. I'm starting to tuck in my core here. And in fact, let's bring palms face up, connect the thumbs, roll the shoulders back, and find our gazing point again as we find our breath. The breath will help you focus and align the body and mind. Let's go ahead and start to lift the heel, just lifting the heel to the ball of the foot. And let's release it down. Start to bring the hands up to heart center. Let's lift the heel again. Remember that other knee is still soft, we're not locked out. And let's press it back down. Keeping palms together if we can. We can bring the arms up and over. Let's lift the heel again. And exhale, release it back down. We're coming all the way back down to palms face up, thumbs connect. And this time, you can always remember have the option of hanging out to the chair. This time we're going to bring the heel right above the ankle and rest it there. So now my ankle, or my heel is right above my ankle and I'm on the ball of the foot and toes of this leg. I'm going to come back to the breath of my sacral. Inhale, finding that focus. Exhale. And let's bring it up to the heart center. Focusing here. And then all the way overhead. And remember, the whole time you could have had an arm here. If you needed to, you could have done all of them with the other hand. Let's go ahead and release that. We're going to come all the way back to our chair. We are getting ready for Shavasana here. So let's get comfortable. Let's take a few moments and just roll through the head here. So we're just going to move back and forth. Relax the shoulders. We're sitting comfortably in our chair. You can start to close the eyes. We're breathing in and out of the nose. And we're just slowly tilting from one side to the other, taking our time. And then let's take a moment here, and we're going to exhale and release the chin down, forward, down, all the way to that other side. Bring the gaze forward facing, and again, release forward, down. Try to bring the chin as close to our chest as we can. Inhales as we gaze forward, exhales as we press forward down into the chest. And inhales, we gaze forward again. Let's exhale, chin into chest. Let's keep it here for a moment. And inhale the shoulders all the way up. Squeeze those shoulders as tight as we can, as high as we can. Really squeezing and release. Again, let's squeeze up. And exhale, let it go. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, release. Now we're ready for Shavasana. So let's go ahead and relax. Whether we're in that chair, that couch, the bed, the floor, wherever you're at. Relaxing in that safe spot. Letting go of the shoulders. Relaxing. If you are in the chair, you can come back into the chair. You can tilt the head slightly forward, down. We can have palms face up so we're ready to receive. You could do any hand mudra you would like if you know any, maybe thumb to index finger, whatever feels good to you. We're starting to shut the eyes and connect to our breath. So again, we're coming in and out of the nose with our breath. Connecting to our breath as we breathe in through the nose. Feeling the expansion of the body, and the exhale, feeling the release. We're letting go of tension, stress, anxiety. we're just letting it wash clear with our breath like ocean waves. Feeling that rhythm of the breath as it moves in and out. Today, you're invited to relax into the infinite space of your heart and allow yourself to receive. As we meditate today, hold yourself in loving awareness and let your heart receive. Many of us were taught that it is better to give than to receive. And we may have interpreted this to mean we should keep giving of ourselves, even at the expense of our physical, mental, and emotional health. But we can only give in relationships if we have it available within us. That means we need to take care of ourselves first. We need to support and nurture our body, our mind, our heart, so that love can flow fully in all aspects of our life. Giving and receiving are different aspects of the same flow of energy. Just as every inhale depends on an exhale. Allowing the breath, as we inhale, we receive, and as we exhale, we give. Just as every exhalation depends on an inhalation, the flow of love in our lives depends on our ability to receive and to take care of ourselves. Take a moment here and imagine how it feels to receive. How do you personally receive? How do you receive a compliment? How do you receive a gift? How do you receive a helping hand? Do you accept with ease and gratitude? Or do you find yourself blocking incoming positivity and support? We might have been conditioned to block or feel guilty about our receiving. But remember, this is an abundant flow of give and receive. So if we block our receive, we're not going to be able to give as much. We'll also be blocking our giving. If you have trouble receiving, where do you think this stems from? Take a moment. How can you begin to embrace these extensions of love? How can we accept and receive as well as give of ourselves? it to come back to our breath. Inhaling and exhaling, feeling that abundant flow of giving and receiving. It is important to give as it is important to receive equally. Allowing the breath to fill that abundance, inhaling and exhaling, releasing those blockages, and just letting go of the idea that we should only give and not receive, and allowing this to flow, giving and receiving. And as we come back to the breath, inhaling and exhaling, coming back to awareness of the body, awareness of our surroundings. Bringing movement back to the body here as we stretch through our fingers, stretching all the way through the arms, even stretching through the legs. Bringing movement back as maybe if we're on the ground or on a couch or bed, we can move to our side in fetal position and take a moment maybe to squeeze those knees into the chest. And when you're ready, we can come back up to sitting. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. And thank you for joining me, John, Susan, Kathy. Hi, Kathy, Michelle, Carla, Jody. We have a lot today. And EJ and Becky. Thank you for joining me. We do have that trivia question. So at the beginning of class, I spoke about the 8 branches of yoga, or the 8 limbs of yoga: Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratayahara, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. I know that's in Sanskrit. It may sound like a foreign language to you. That's okay. I'll explain real quick. So the Yama is restraints or abstinences. We have Niyama for observances. Asana is what we're most likely to know. This is postures. The physical yoga postures are asana. So this is usually the one we know. The other one is pranayama, which is breath control. I also usually use that. So we'll know asana and pranayama as 2 of the branches. The other one is Pratayahara, withdrawal of senses. The other one is Dharana. This is concentration. Dhyana is meditation, and Samadhi is absorption or pure contemplation. So the answer for what the United States or the west side of the world, we know yoga as asana. These are the yoga poses. We also might know a little bit of pranayama. This is the control of our breath. So thank you for joining me for that trivia fun and the fun for actually doing the asana and the pranayama. Thank you. We'll see you on Friday at 1 p.m.